Tuesday at Yeshiva University, Sheldon Adelson was speaking. Now he's, of course, a giant Republican donor. He was on a fascinating panel called "Will Jews Exist? Iran Assimilation and a Threat to Israel and Jewish Survival." So I like that they're not overstating the case or anything. Will Jews exist? Or are they going to be wiped out? Who's going to wipe them out? Apparently Iran. So since Iran is very dangerous and considering nuclear power, well, what should we do? Adelson says, I got a great idea. Since these sons of bitches are thinking about nuclear weapons, which, by the way, there's no evidence of, let's use a nuclear weapon on them. I love this logic. Watch.
So you would support negotiations with Iran currently so long as they first seized all enrichment of uranium?
No. What do you mean support negotiation? What are we going to negotiate about? What I would say is, listen, you see that desert out there? I want to show you something. You pick up your cell phone, even at traveling rates. You pick up your cell phone, and what are they called?
Roaming charges.
Roaming charges. You pick up your cell phone and you call somewhere in Nebraska and you say, okay, let it go. So there's an atomic weapon goes over ballistic missiles in the middle of the desert that doesn't hurt a soul. Maybe a couple of rattlesnakes and scorpions or whatever. And then you say, see, the next one is in the middle of Tehran. So we mean business. You want to be wiped out? Go ahead and take a tough position and continue with your nuclear development. You want to be peaceful?
And they applauded. Apparently, they missed the whole meaning of irony. So they're on a panel about how Jews might be wiped out, and it's because of nuclear weapons, and that's why Iran should not be allowed to have nuclear weapons. And he says there at the end, so we mean business. You want to be wiped out? Go ahead and take a tough position and continue with your nuclear development. In other words, just because you might get nuclear weapons, we already have nuclear weapons and we will use them on you. Where's the moral high ground? That's insanity. So just because you thought about having them, let alone using them, we're going to use them on you. You see how we're morally superior? And by the way, we think that you're thinking about wiping us out, so we're ready to wipe you out. Who are the good guys again? Can't quite make it out. Now you might say, look, Sheldon Adelson, okay, he's a billionaire, but he's just one guy, and that's one American's point of view. Well, remember, that's that one American that gave $92 million to the Republican presidential candidates in 2012, including over $30 million to Newt Gingrich. If Newt Gingrich had won, right now our foreign policy would be exactly what Sheldon Adelson just said. And by the way, we're actually doing negotiations with Iran now, and they're actually going pretty well. A moderate won their recent elections, and we might have a negotiated solution. Instead, if Newt Gingrich had won, or Romney, because Romney took a tremendous amount of money at the end from Adelson, we wouldn't be doing negotiations. Instead, we'd be saying, hey, we're going to light off a nuclear bomb in your desert, and next, Tehran. Tehran has 7 million innocent civilians in it. But these guys think, well, that's okay. We have the moral high ground. How dare they think about nuclear weapons? We're the only ones who get to have nuclear weapons, and we might even use it on you. And then finally, Adelson said, well, you have to do this because this kind of violence is, quote, the only thing they understand. Now, how's that for irony? It appears, of course, that it's the only thing he understands.